It's been years since the streets of Chicago lost one of its brightest rising stars, but the story of King Von doesn't end with his tragic death. In fact, some say it's only gotten more complicated and more emotional. Social media is going crazy over one claim, that King Von's mother may have made upwards of $20 million after her son passed away. Emotions ran high online as fans debated what's real, what's rumor, and what might even feel wrong. Some people think it's about record deals and posthumous releases. Others believe merchandising, music rights, and streaming royalties are behind it. Fans are shocked because while money flows, the grief and heartbreak behind those numbers are very real. King Von was more than an artist. He was a son, a brother, a friend to many. And seeing his legacy turned into dollars brings out strong opinions. Nothing is confirmed, and that's exactly what makes this story so tense. Social media is divided between those who think his mother's financial gains are justified, and others who feel like something deeper, darker, or even unfair is happening behind the scenes. Some fans are asking, how much of this is business, and how much of this is family struggling to survive after a devastating loss? We're going to break down the timeline, explore the unconfirmed reports, dive into fan theories, and reveal why this story has become one of the most talked about controversies in hip-hop today. Stay tuned, because the truth, the rumors, and the heartbreak are all tangled together in a way you won't see coming. And the story of King Von didn't end when the world lost him in that tragic night back in 2020. For fans, it was a shock that hit like a tidal wave. The Chicago rapper, known for his vivid storytelling and raw lyrics, had been climbing fast, carving out a legacy in the streets and on the charts. But after his death, whispers began circulating about the life he left behind and the people who would be responsible for carrying it forward. One name started popping up more than any other: his mother. Suddenly, headlines and social media threads were buzzing with a single question: how did King Von's estate possibly generate millions after his passing? And more importantly, what does this mean for his legacy? Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and people are divided over what's real and what's just speculation. Our social media is going crazy with stories, screenshots, and rumors, and even those closest to the situation have remained mostly silent, letting the drama fester. Immediately after King Von's death, fans began noticing something unusual. His music streams didn't slow down, they exploded. Songs like Crazy Story and Took Her to the Yo suddenly flooded playlists across platforms, generating revenue that no one could ignore. Some people think this is just the natural aftermath of a young star's passing, but unconfirmed reports suggest that Von's estate, managed by his mother, might have been smartly positioning unreleased tracks, merchandise, and digital content to maximize the posthumous income. Social media is full of debates. Some fans feel it's exploitation, while others see it as a necessary move to preserve Von's legacy. Emotions ran high as every post, every interview, every minor update from his family seemed to spark another wave of speculation. People are divided, and online forums are flooded with theories about the size of the estate, the earnings, and who really benefits from it all. Adding fuel to the fire, early rumors began swirling about the sheer amount of money involved. Some social media posts claimed that Von's mother had made as much as $20 million since his death. Now, nothing is confirmed, and financial records haven't been publicly released, but the idea alone caught fire online. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high as people debated whether the money came from streaming, merchandise, unreleased music, or even endorsement deals that might have been in the works before his death. Some people think it's suspicious, questioning whether the family is profiting in a way that feels disconnected from Von's original vision. Others defend the estate, saying it's only fair for his mother to benefit from the legacy her son worked so hard to create. Social media is going crazy with heated takes. Fan pages are posting screenshots of alleged earnings, and influencers are creating threads to break down every possible source of revenue. But again, nothing is confirmed, leaving room for doubt, frustration, and intense curiosity. Amid all the chatter, the emotional aspect can't be overlooked. King Von's mother isn't just a figure managing numbers, she's a grieving parent, and that human side is often lost in the chaos online. Some fans believe she's navigating an impossible position, mourning her son while handling an empire built on his talent and tragedy. Social media is going crazy with comments both sympathetic and critical. Emotions ran high in online debates about whether it's wrong for a parent to profit after the death of a child, even when it's legal. Some people think this situation reflects larger issues in hip-hop culture, where posthumous releases and estates have always been controversial, from Biggie to XXXTentacion, creating a complicated web of legacy, money, and morality. Meanwhile, the rumor mill was working overtime. Unconfirmed reports suggested that unreleased music might be waiting in the vault, potentially generating more millions in the future. Fans are shocked as speculation continues that collaborations, documentaries, or even biopic rights could be part of the story. Social media is going crazy with fans debating which moves are authentic and which might feel like exploitation. People are divided, and every new tidbit fuels more theories. Some say the estate is carefully curating Von's legacy, others think money is the main motive. Through it all, one thing is undeniable: King Von's story, even after his death, continues to captivate millions, and the combination of grief, money, and unanswered questions has created a drama that refuses to fade. By now, it's clear that the situation isn't just about dollars, it's about legacy, love, and the complicated intersection of fame and tragedy. Fans are shocked at the scale of attention this story has drawn. Emotions ran high as every new post, every rumor, every viral thread seems to add a new layer to the narrative. Social media is going crazy. People are divided and the questions keep piling up. How much is true? How much is speculation? And what does King Von's mother really think about the millions attributed to her? The story has only just begun, and the first chapter of this posthumous drama is already full of tension, curiosity, and heartbreak. The story took a darker turn as rumors started spreading about the inner workings of King Von's estate. Fans began noticing changes on social media, subtle hints that his mother was becoming more involved in the business side of things. Some people think she had advisors guiding her every move, while unconfirmed reports suggest that certain deals, merchandise drops, digital releases, and even appearances in tribute projects were being fast-tracked to capitalize on Von's posthumous fame. Emotions ran high online, with some fans praising her for keeping his legacy alive, and others questioning whether these actions felt too calculated. Social media is going crazy with screenshots of merchandise sales, YouTube revenue streams, and fan-made breakdowns of how the $20 million figure might have been reached. People are divided, with some saying it's smart estate management, and others insisting that money should never be the main focus after such a tragic loss. Adding more complexity, theories started circulating about unreleased music. Fans are shocked as speculation grew that Von had recorded dozens of tracks before his death, some of which were never intended to be heard by the public. Some people think these tracks could be the biggest factor behind the alleged multi-million-dollar earnings. Unconfirmed reports suggest that his mother had access to these recordings and might be carefully timing their release to maximize attention and revenue. Social media is going crazy, with hashtags like #VonVault and #KingVonLegacy trending for weeks. Fans are dissecting every snippet, clip, or teaser that drops online, trying to figure out whether they're part of a posthumous album or just random leaks. Emotions ran high as fans argued over whether releasing this material honors Von's artistry or crosses a moral line. People are divided, and the speculation itself has become part of the story, feeding a cycle of anticipation, doubt, and controversy. Meanwhile, online discussions about Von's estate began to mix with debates about the broader industry. Fans are shocked by comparisons to other posthumous estates, from Nipsey Hussle to Pop Smoke. Some people think Von's mother is navigating an industry that has always been ruthless toward young artists who die too soon. Unconfirmed reports suggest that lawyers, managers, and music executives may have been involved behind the scenes, helping structure deals in a way that guarantees continued revenue. Social media is going crazy as fans dissect interviews and public appearances, looking for clues about how the estate operates. Emotions ran high as people debated whether Von's mother is making moves out of necessity or strategy, and whether the attention on money overshadows Von's artistry and memory. The escalation didn't stop there. Stories began emerging about fan reactions, some of which were intense and deeply personal. People are divided as some fans express gratitude, saying that these moves ensure Von's legacy will never fade, while others accuse the estate of profiting too aggressively. Social media is going crazy, with forums full of heated debates over authenticity, loyalty, and respect for the artist's intentions. Some people think that the estate's handling of his legacy might even influence future posthumous projects in hip-hop, setting a precedent for how young artists' families families manage both grief and money. Emotions ran high, and the discussion became less about Vaughn himself and more about who benefits from his death, creating a tension that refuses to settle. Then, the first major twist hit when rumors of a possible documentary surfaced. Fans are shocked as unconfirmed reports suggested that streaming platforms were in talks with Vaughn's estate to produce a project detailing his life, career, on an untimely death. Some people think this could explain part of the alleged $20 million, while others argue that it's still too early to know the details. Social media is going crazy with speculation about the direction, tone, and participants in such a documentary. Emotions ran high as fans debated who should be allowed to speak, what stories should be told, and whether the project would feel authentic or exploitative. People are divided, and the drama deepens as every new rumor seems to add another layer of tension, turning fans into amateur detectives trying to piece together the truth from fragments, leaks, and hints dropped online. What makes this moment even more intense is the combination of grief, money, and curiosity. Fans are shocked at how quickly the narrative shifted from mourning a lost artist to analyzing an alleged multi-million-dollar estate. Emotions ran high as people questioned every move, from music releases to merchandise drops to potential media projects. Social media is going crazy with passionate debates, screenshots, and fan theories, each one adding more uncertainty. People are divided, unsure whether to celebrate Vaughn's posthumous success or critique the commercial decisions being made in his name. Through it all, the story has evolved into something bigger than just a music career. It's now a tangled web of legacy, wealth, and mystery, where every action is scrutinized and every rumor is amplified. The intensity around King Von's estate only grew as more details, or at least what fans believed were details, began to circulate online. Social media is going crazy as fans dig into every post, every interview, and every transaction connected to his legacy. Some people think there's a carefully orchestrated plan behind every release, from surprise singles to limited edition merchandise, designed to keep his name trending and maximize earnings. Unconfirmed reports suggest that certain collaborators who worked closely with Vaughn before his death are now playing a role in managing these releases. Emotions ran high as fans debated whether these moves were done to honor his artistry or purely to capitalize on his posthumous fame. People are divided, and the conversation became almost more about the estate than about Vaughn himself, highlighting the tension between legacy, grief, and business. Meanwhile, rumors about unreleased music reached a fever pitch. Some social media users claim that Vaughn left behind dozens of tracks that had never been heard, with some recordings allegedly of such high quality that they could rival his biggest hits. Fans are shocked as clips and snippets leaked online, fueling speculation that the estate is carefully selecting which songs to release next. Unconfirmed reports suggest that decisions about timing and promotion might be made with revenue potential in mind as much as with respect for Vaughn's artistic vision. Emotions ran high as arguments erupted online over whether posthumous releases honor the artist or exploit their legacy. Social media is going crazy, with reaction videos, breakdowns, and threads examining every beat, lyric, and collaboration for hidden meaning. People are divided, some praising the family for preserving his music, while others questioning if money has become the driving force. Tensions escalated further when stories emerged about potential conflicts behind the scenes. Fans are shocked as unconfirmed reports hinted at disagreements between the estate's advisors and members of Vaughn's management team. Some people think these conflicts might involve who controls the unreleased material or how revenue is distributed. Social media is going crazy with fans speculating on legal battles and management disputes. Emotions ran high as the stakes seem to grow by the day. People are divided, with some believing the estate is handling everything perfectly, while others think the drama could taint Vaughn's reputation or overshadow his legacy. Every new rumor seems to deepen the intrigue, turning the saga into a story as intense and unpredictable as the life Vaughn lived. Adding more layers to the narrative, the idea of a documentary or biopic began dominating online discussions. Fans are shocked as social media exploded with theories about who might be involved, what stories would be told, and whether the estate is guiding the narrative in a way that favors financial gain. Unconfirmed reports suggested that streaming platforms were negotiating deals that could be part of the rumored $20 million earnings attributed to Vaughn's estate. Some people think this is an opportunity to cement his legacy for future generations, while others question whether the focus on money will overshadow the real story of the man behind the music. Emotions ran high, and fans debated endlessly about what should be included, who should be interviewed, and whether such a project could ever truly capture Vaughn's life and impact. Social media is going crazy crazy as theories collide, screenshots are shared, and fans argue over every small piece of evidence. People are divided, and the mystery only deepens as speculation about the documentary grows louder. Even the most personal elements of Von's story became points of discussion. Fans are shocked as conversations about his mother's role in managing the estate take on emotional weight. Some people think she's under immense pressure, balancing grief with business, while unconfirmed reports suggest she may have advisors carefully guiding each decision to maximize legacy and earnings. Emotions ran high as online debates dissected whether this strategy is fair, ethical, or simply part of navigating an industry where young artists rarely control their own legacies. Social media is going crazy. One, with fan pages and forums dedicated entirely to breaking down every move, every post, and every subtle hint from the family. People are divided, unsure whether to trust the narrative being presented or treat it with skepticism. Through it all, the story continues to build, full of tension, unanswered questions, and emotional stakes that go far beyond money or fame. Fans are shocked at how complex and layered the situation has become. Emotions ran high as speculation, rumors, and conflicting reports swirl, creating a cloud of mystery around every action taken by Von's estate. Social media is going crazy with passionate debates, fan theories, and discussions about morality, loyalty, and legacy. People are divided. But one thing is undeniable. The drama surrounding King Von's posthumous life has become as intense and unpredictable as the life he lived, leaving fans hungry for answers and eager to see what happens next. As the drama surrounding King Von's estate reached its peak, the stakes felt higher than ever. Fans are shocked as social media erupted with new speculation about how his mother managed the alleged $20 million and what it means for his legacy. Some people think every move, from streaming releases to merchandise drops, was meticulously planned to maximize attention and revenue. Unconfirmed reports suggest that behind-the-scenes advisors may have been making strategic decisions on her behalf, deciding which tracks to release first and how to market them for the biggest impact. Emotions ran high, with fans divided between admiration for her efforts and suspicion that money had become the driving force. Social media is going crazy, with hashtags trending, reaction videos flooding feeds, and passionate debates about morality, loyalty, and the ethics of posthumous fame. Then came the leaks, small snippets, blurry videos, and audio clips that fans claimed came straight from the vault. Fans are shocked as speculation soared that these unreleased tracks could be worth millions, possibly explaining a large portion of the rumored earnings. Some people think the estate might be timing these drops carefully to maintain hype and control the narrative around Von's posthumous career. Unconfirmed reports suggest that collaborations with other artists may already be in the works, adding even more potential to the story. Social media is going crazy, dissecting every beat, lyric, and even background sound in the clips to predict what might come next. Emotions ran high as fans debated whether releasing this material honors Von's artistry or risks exploiting it. People are divided, with some defending the estate's choices and others questioning whether legacy is being overshadowed by profit. Adding to the tension, speculation about legal and financial battles started to surface. Fans are shocked as rumors suggested disputes between Von's management team and those handling the estate, possibly over who controls certain rights and unreleased material. Some people think these disagreements could influence which projects actually see the light of day. Unconfirmed reports hint at behind-the-scenes negotiations with record labels and streaming platforms that could reshape Von's posthumous career. Social media is going crazy with fans theorizing about lawsuits, deal structures, and the true size of the estate. Emotions ran high, with debates erupting over what is fair, what is legal, and what truly honors Von's memory. People are divided, and every new rumor only adds fuel to the fire. Then came whispers about a documentary or potential biopic, which fans immediately latched onto. Some people think this project could finally give context to the alleged $20 million, showing how Von's mother navigated the complex intersection of grief, legacy, and business. Unconfirmed reports suggest that streaming platforms and media executives were involved in early talks. And social media is going crazy with speculation over casting, interviews, and story direction. Emotions ran high as fans argued about whether the project would feel authentic or overly commercialized, with some saying it could cement Von's Von's legacy for generations, while others fear it might distort his story for financial gain. People are divided, and every small update seems to send shockwaves through fan communities. Amid all this, the human side of the story becomes impossible to ignore. Fans are shocked as conversations about Von's mother emphasize the personal struggles of balancing grief with management responsibilities. Some people think she's under immense pressure, making decisions that affect millions while still mourning a son she lost too soon. Unconfirmed reports suggest that her advisors may be helping with every public move, from interviews to financial disclosures, to protect both her and Von's legacy. Social media is going crazy, with fans debating whether she's acting strategically or emotionally, and emotions ran high as each perspective ignited heated commentary. People are divided, caught between respecting her choices and questioning whether the focus on money overshadows the life and artistry of King Von himself. Through all the chaos, the story has reached a fever pitch, full of intrigue, mystery, and unanswered questions. Fans are shocked at how far the narrative has evolved, from mourning a rising star to analyzing every move of his posthumous estate. Emotions ran high as social media exploded with theories, speculation, and passionate debates over legacy, money, and morality. People are divided, with no clear consensus about what is true and what is rumor. Unconfirmed reports, leaked clips, and behind-the-scenes whispers have only added layers of suspense, leaving fans hungry for answers. The drama surrounding King Von's estate has become almost a story within a story, a complex mix of emotion, strategy, and speculation that keeps fans watching, talking, and wondering what happens next.